on the plate. I go extra every day. I got extras on the way. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. How much?
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here between the Houston Texans and the Los Angeles Rams. And we are underway from SoFi Stadium. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. A little juke. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Next, receivers help spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Finds his man. It's John Mechie. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 32-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
On first down, 4. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Well, if there is a certainty in this game, we know that wherever he goes, he's going to draw a big-time crowd.
Throws into double coverage there, and look, that's something that he's going to have to deal with a lot in this game, I'm sure.
Yeah, they were lucky to get away with that one where it just fell incomplete, but they're going to count on him to uncover latent routes and make some difficult catches.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. 4. And he's got his man on the out route. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle is going to be made at the Rams 16. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up 1st and goal.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road.
And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense because they've been pushed right down the field on this opening drive. They've got to find some way to push back, and that's a good first step.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Oh, how about this call down near the goal line? And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal will feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might go for it.
And a few little style points on the juke, but not much room to maneuver after that. We've now seen 3 consecutive 1-yard gains, and it brings up 4th down.
This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
So, Charles, they wanted 7 on that opening drive. They didn't want to settle for a field goal.
Felt like a tone setter. You know, that's what they were looking for, because a lot of teams, they'll march it downfield, and when they kick the field goal, it almost feels disappointing, doesn't it? You have a nice drive. I think this team decided, guess what? No matter what, we're going for the 6, trying to put those points on the board and set them back on their heels.
But unfortunately, that mentality did not work out.
Malik Harrison on the tackle.
Well, he got what he could there, just trying to move forward and gain a little bit of yardage and create some space. You know the pressure is going to be tough defensively.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They run again with Harris. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. Here's Darnold. Going right side here, and that's complete. So he stopped for no gain. And that'll bring up 4th down.
I think that call was made not so much to try and get the first down, although they would have taken it, they could have gotten it, but to give their punter a little bit of space and try and help out their defense.
Yeah, they got the safe completion on 3rd. So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. Now a fair catch taken, maybe a yard or two shy of midfield. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll work down inside the 45.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Back to throw. 4. The try. 10. Touchdown, Houston. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Texans are on the board first on the road here in L.A.
The try here for the extra point. And the Texans take a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Texans 7, Rams 0.
Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went
and now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. From the 30 on 2nd down, Falk. Looking left sideline, it's complete. Touchdown. A great effort there. 70 yards. And the Rams are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play you would have made as a rookie. Because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
7-7, our score after 1. So I'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. Still going past the 30. And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown, Texans.
Well, he made the right choice by result, but a little bit surprising because now with touchbacks coming back to the 25 instead of the 20, when guys fielded that deep in the end zone, I think most coaches want them to take a knee.
Yeah, it's resulted in more kneel downs. Not right there. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
17-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game. A handoff to Harris to begin the drive. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run it, try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. He handed it off there, but I don't really know if he would have kept it or tried to do anything else if it would have mattered.
Yeah, it's not always a wrong read when a play gets stacked up. Sometimes they're just at the line of scrimmage with just too many bodies to maneuver.
And as a result, now they're looking at a 4th down. Here comes the Rams punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return, and the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
On 2nd down, they'll try and run the counter. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're...
Big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And that will be incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. Taking it about the 16. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Harris starts the drive on the ground, and he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Falk. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
Falk looks to throw.
Pass complete to Akers on the out route.
And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive.
And the Rams had a disappointing 1-4 as they start play. And they come into this one knowing it's been a while since they've had a W. They have dropped 4 in a row.
Let me tell you, when you go a month partner, in this league, it gets tough to come to work every day. And in addition, you start to wonder.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, it hasn't been a banner first half for the defense trying to cover him today, but they'll take that one right there, helping force that incompletion.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Falk. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Good defensive call right there because they had someone shadowing him along his entire route. And he was right there ready to provide a hit that prevents him from making another catch to his big start.
This offense on 3rd down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Darnold to throw again. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 35. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 35-yard line. Harris running straight ahead. Brought down on the play by the linebacker, Christian Harris.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Darnold. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
They're 2 for 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive. This one tough. They need 9 yards on 3rd down. Now here's Falk. Caught by Woods. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 23.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And a good run as he manages 7 yards down to the 17.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Now here's another carry for Harris. And he's heating up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. And not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped him. Mark that down for
touchdown, Rams. Pat Fryermuth, his first touchdown of the year. And the Rams are an extra point away from evening this one up. Now for the point after. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession in the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Looking to throw. Ford. He's going to sling this deep downfield. That's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And the Rams are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing, maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? You can have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
The play fake. Now Falk. Out to his left. And the catch made by Johnson. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
Well, normally you see 3 tight ends in a formation. You have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or 2 towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
To throw again on second down. Darnold. Quick hitter here. It's complete. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on third down. Again, Darnold. He rifles one that's intercepted. Derek Stingley picks it.
You can easily see the logic. It's a tie game. They just want to press it a little bit right before the half, hoping to get one more score.
Now, easy to second-guess the result, but now you have to think after that interception, just a field goal, and they're behind at the break.
Yeah, I think at the half, the head coach just says, look, that's on me. I wanted to press it, but it's because I believe in you guys.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And the Ramsons are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. Now, their defense got him the football with an interception. They trot out there, Charles, in the very first play. They give the football right back.
Rand, I almost expect you coming like an auctioneer. We've got 2, we got 2. Do I hear 3? Remember, it was 2 in a row. Would we hit 3 in a row? Because these offenses, they got to be a little bit more careful as they go forward. These defenders, they're locked in and really focused.
He'll dump this off to Akers. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it'll be second down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing again on second down. Darnold under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Nick Bosa able to record his 5th sack of the season.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. They're just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half, because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
To throw, fall. Right side complete. That's Woods. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
The Texans here on 3rd down, putting an extra defender in the secondary. Now it's Darnold. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. And the Texans are going to take possession of the football. So an opening drive interception to begin this second half.
And just think about the time you spent in the locker room going over what you're expected to do in the second half. Not the way they saw it, not the way they drew it up. You find out this is something that you can't just edit, right? There's no rewrite here. This is live, and now they've got to find a way out of this hole.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. Well, a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. 49 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Operating from the gun. Ford. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Leonard Floyd. And the Rams will take over here at their own 14-yard line.
Intercepted. The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. He has a first down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon. Back to throw, Darnold. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Darnold. Open man, that's the tight end fire move. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And that's exactly what offenses try to avoid by using motion and throwing different formations up. They hate when he can draw a bead on the play, get a running start, and make a big play behind the line of scrimmage as he did just there.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. It's Falk out of the gun. And he's got the hook up here. It's Woods. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Falk. And that's knocked away and incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and we will remain tied here in this 3rd quarter.
Wow, partner, it's almost a little jarring to see a holder set up on the other side of midfield. I haven't brought out my binoculars to make sure on that one. That is showing an awful lot of confidence in the kicker to try and hit from 61 yards, and this one winds up no good.
Flushed out right. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on 1st down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
2nd and 8. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for 1st.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the 1st down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Ford. He's got a man. That's caught left sideline. Touchdown, Texans. A great play there.
35 yards. And the Texans have broken the tie. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 21-14. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send out the field goal unit, and then to not even see the ball go through the post. What a bummer on that last drive for them. Got to pick themselves up from that one.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, here's Fall. That's down the field and caught by Freiermuth. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That one good for 37 yards.
Oftentimes now offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just saw receivers find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
Falk now, a first down throw. And it's intercepted. And the Texans are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. 73 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
I suspect this is one of those calls the defensive coordinator would love to have back.
Absolutely.
Feels like he took a bit of a gamble here. And I remember when I was playing, when we had a team really backed up, there was a talk about, let's go ahead and get upfield and get a safety. And sometimes that works against you because they really hit them big, didn't they?
They were hoping for a couple yards of breathing room, but they got a lot more than that.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
Hands it off out of the gun. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
To throw on 3rd down, Ford. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Back to throw. Ford. And that is incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Let's go!
The Texans on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Looking to throw. Ford. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14.
The score, Texans 28, Rams 14.
Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception.
And he lost the football, and the Texans scoop it. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Following the fumble recovery, Ford.
That's complete to Davis. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Back to throw. Ford.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
Throwing again. Ford.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain downfield.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. Now the Texans are going to call on the field goal unit. This to make it a 3-score game late. And this one is right through.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
On 2nd and 10, Falk over the middle, complete. It's Woods. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up third and
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd and 2. Falk. Caught left side. It's Beckham. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First catch there for OBJ, and that good for a first down. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
The throw over the middle taken in. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackle. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. A great effort there with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Rams have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
They go back to Pollard on 2nd down. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for first. 4th quarter, you've got the lead. You have to stay in bounds and run that clock. Coaches, that'll drive them crazy.
Sacrifice a yard or 2 if you have to. Just go down, in bounds, keep that clock going. It's almost like he was caring more about his fantasy stats than it was about winning the game, and that has to drive a coach crazy.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. From the gun on 3rd down. 4. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown, Houston. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they had maybe given up momentum, and not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
Rams 21.
Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. No run back here, down to it, and this drive will start at the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
On first down, it's Darnold. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And Darnold got to be intercepted for the third time. And the Texans force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along. If you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. 3 yards is the pickup, but it leaves them still needing 11 here on third down.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
The offense on third down, they've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. Looking to throw. 4. He gets this one to Mechie. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. He's now just 3 yards shy of 197 yards receiving on the contest and a first down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. That's to about the 28. Second down coming up.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. He'll be hit down at the 33. 5 yards on the play.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Jet sweep to try to pick it up. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. Calling no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Here's Johnny Hecker now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Pulled in at the 24. 39 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always, always making sure no one's holding.
Falk. They got a man over the middle. It's Woods.
Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 13.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.